Honey Badger here. I just installed an automatic door opener and closer that is controlled by a push button switch outside at the bottom of a ramp, and now I'm going to see if I can improve on things by installing a microwave sensor that will be used to automatically detect when somebody approaches the ramp and open the door and hold it open until somebody's safely inside. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that with one of these and with a swing door the way I have it, because this door swings into the garage, and I'm kind of concerned that the swing door is actually going to reactivate the sensor, but I'm going to play with it anyway and we'll see what happens. So I popped the cover off of this. This is a microwave sensor, and you can adjust it. It's got screws on the side there, and then another screw here on the bottom, and so you can adjust it in two different orientations to sort of point the sensor to fine-tune it. So we'll see. So this is a 4-conductor connector. This actually connects to the microwave sensor, and I've got it running up there. You can see the wires, loose wires up there. I am not going to hook up to the sensor input of the controller yet, because I really don't want it messing up the door, opening and closing the door a bunch of times. There's an LED on the front that indicates when it detects presence. So what I'm just going to do is hook up power to it and then move this thing around and maybe try it in a couple of locations and just see when the light comes on, when the light goes off, and then I'll have it pretty much where I need to before I even hook it up to the door. So this unit here says it has sensitivity potentiometer, which is good, because that may be how I can control whether the opening of the door is going to trigger it. And then that determines the size of the sensing field. So I could maybe even put it against this wall here and have it just focus on the ramp itself. And then you can adjust the lateral angle and the vertical angle with the screws. So it's going to be kind of hard to test this without actually screwing it in. Yeah, there's nothing useful on this side. So I'm just going to try it, see what happens. Does not give me a wiring diagram. Are you kidding me? Wow. No wiring diagram? So I believe that red is going to power, gray is common, and then white is either normally open or normally closed, and yellow is the other one. I don't know which is which. So I will hook up the first two to see if I get power. So I have the power connected, and you can see that there's a bright blue LED. Well, it looks different color on my camera, but it's a bright blue LED. So when I put my hand in front of it and it's moving around, it's staying on. And I take my hand away, it's off. It's a pretty fast acting sensor. So now it's just a matter of positioning this in the right spot. I apologize for all the voices on the other side. There's people in the house and I can't get them to be quiet. So the potentiometer sets the sensitivity of the range. So it's at the maximum sensitivity right now, which means a much wider detection range. So you can see I'm just bringing my hand over and it's triggering way the heck out here. So now if I take this and turn it clockwise all the way to the other end, minimum sensitivity. So now when I bring my hand, I have to be, let's see, way out, way out here. Very low angle of sensitivity. So I think that's probably where I'm going to want it. I'm not sure. It'll take some fine tuning. But I'm thinking I can just put it up against this wall because I don't want it to go off when people are out here in the garage, or if a car pulls up, I don't want the door to open. I just want it when they come up the ramp to be able to trigger it. So that's where I'm going to try it first, is somewhere around here. So you can see I just use painter's tape. Well, that works pretty good to just hold it in place. And so you can see the minimum sensitivity. I have to get really close to the wall. So I'm going to have to angle that outward. Try to hit more of the ramp first. So I've got this mounted on the side wall, and I verified that if I press the door open signal, it triggers, but it's not going to trigger when the door closes. I'm waiting for the door to close. Oh, and it did trigger. This time it did trigger, brother. And the light is on. I'm just going to go close. When the light goes off, it closes the program time afterwards, which is 12 seconds. And as I'm approaching the ramp, you'll see the light come on. So no need for the button. And then as I'm walking up, it's going to keep resetting that. So it gives you a little more time to get up. And then closes when the time expires. Open, says me. Thank you. So they also give you these remotes, but the manual doesn't say anything about the remotes whatsoever. Hold open is a nice feature, because if you select hold open, that door will open and it will stay open until you hit automatic. So like if you're moving furniture or doing something like that, in and out, you can just hold the door open. Lock, I guess, engages an electronic lock if you have one. Reset, I'm afraid to press this button because I don't know if it's going to like change all my parameters back to factory. I have no idea what it does. But if it does change all the programming back to factory, I don't want to give this to my dad because he loves to press buttons. And yeah, I don't want him messing things up when I'm 1,500 miles away. So these are the two useful buttons, but I can't trust him to not press this one. So I guess these are going in a drawer somewhere. So I got my locking door. And everything was working great as far as recognizing me going up and in. And so I lowered the time that the door shuts to 5 seconds once I'm out of the zone. And then in the evening I pulled this in and the door opened, so I've got more work to do. I think I have to decrease the sensitivity. There's a potentiometer here to decrease the sensitivity, so I think I have to decrease it a little bit and just keep testing. So you gotta make darn sure that it's working, since I'm leaving town for Texas tomorrow. Anyway, I do like the technology with the microwave sensor, because it allows you to shorten the time that the door is open. So, because when you come in here and then that light stays illuminated longer, so that when you come inside, I have it set to 5 seconds, and so the door doesn't stay hanging open. Okay, I've got this all tied up with some low voltage clamps going in here, and so I've got the push button and also this sensor. I do want to have like some redundancy just in case something happens with the sensor. I still want to have the push button. So the white wire for the microwave sensor is going to the COM input on this bottom connector, the bottom one right here. The red wire goes to 24 volts, the top one there, and then the 0 volts is one lead of the push button and the gray wire for the sensor, and then the sensor input, that third one there, is the yellow wire, and that is also going to the other lead of the push button. So you tie the yellow and red together, and then the black and gray together. So you got two wires going into the two middle terminals. To remove this, you just kind of squeeze this little lever here on the top and pull out. Yep, that's what you do. There we go. It's pretty tight. Before you slide the cover on, make sure all your wires are out of the way. You're not going to get pinched. Everything's good, so I can just slide the cover on.